Hi, and welcome to the Crit Hit Wild podcast, where we cover all things Marvel Crisis Protocol, and we do a new character every week. This week, we're going to be talking about Rocket Racoon, and I'm your host, Fred.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Steven.
And it's just us three today. Yeah, so we don't have any special guests, and we don't have Brandon. So we're going to keep this show rolling and keep moving forward on finishing up these characters. How are the two of you doing? This is Labor Day weekend for those of you who are listening out there, and I am recording after having stuffed my face at a Labor Day barbecue. How are the two of you doing? How are you doing today, Brad?
I'm doing fine.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. How about you, Steven? How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, and later today, since I do not have any games to report, I'm actually teaching my nephew how to play Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Excellent. Bringing more people into the game.
Yeah.
Doing the Lord's work.
Well, just trying to find people to play down here.
We had someone stop by while we were playing games on Thursday and just check out the game. And I was asked for an elevator pitch, and I told them it was you play Marvel characters and smash your action figures together.
You're good at the elevator pitch.
Yeah, they dug that. They're excited. So.
Do you think they'll be showing up?
I think there's a good possibility with this one.
Okay.
I think that when introducing a new player to the game, I think the first question you ask is, are you familiar with war games in general, and are you a fan of Marvel? Those are probably the first two questions you need to ask.
I mean, if the answer is yes to both, they should already be playing.
Right, but I'm just saying, this game did come out right before the COVID year, so there's probably a lot of people that have still not been exposed to it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And
if they have,
Marvel,
go ahead.
Sorry, Marvel is doing some advertising on their end, but not much. Like I get emails from Marvel occasionally because I subscribe to Marvel Unlimited, and their online comic service. And I did get an email about Marvel Crisis Protocol once. So they've done the bare minimum on their half. Go ahead, Steven.
No, but I'm saying that changes the perspective, because if they're experienced with war games, then you want to give the layout and explain to them why this little skirmish game happens to be one of the best mechanically out there, because then they'll understand that. But if they are not experienced with war games, then you just want them to start rolling dice, because rolling dice is fun, and then tell them that Hulk can throw buildings at people, and that's fun for them too.
Yeah.
So once you get the fun factor into it for those people, or you get the knowledge of the fact that this game is really, really good mechanically to the war game people, that kind of just draws everybody in.
Yeah, this person is just getting into war games and board games and stuff like that. So
my advice to them is that they might be disappointed with everything else afterwards. But everybody loves their little hobbies and their little niches, and everybody likes different things. I understand that, but for us little crazy people on this podcast, we happen to love this game quite a bit.
I've played a good number of war games, and this is my favorite. It is without question. It's Marvel Crisis Protocol.
It is also my favorite.
Yeah.
Of all the ones I've played.
I got rid of all my other war games, miniature war games, because of this game. That's how much I love it.
All right. Everyone out there who's listening also loves it, so we don't have to sell to them. I say we should move along to AMG news. There's no AMG news, unfortunately. I don't. We're still holding out for information about the characters that are being released soon. Like the new Web Warriors are on the horizon.
Actually, Fred, if I interrupt you for a second, that actually has been announced.
I know they're. I know the
Oh,
time. I know that they're coming out soon, and we know the date they're coming out. We just don't know the rules. We don't know any of the cards. That's unfortunate.
Who needs rules? We just need models to paint, right?
Sure. But what we do know are upcoming tournaments. That's what I can talk about. Coming up on September the 6th, there is a tournament at Round Table Games in Dublin, Ohio. I know very little about this shop, but this was brought to our attention by Tom, and he is a great player. And if Tom is going to be present, then all of you should be trying to attend, because he's the kind of player that you want to play against. He's a ton of fun, and he is a good opponent. All right, coming up on September the 20th is a tournament at Lost Legion Games and Comics. That's our local game store in South Charleston, West Virginia. Brad, I have bad news. I'm not going to make it to this one. I'm gonna be AWOL, and you know why? And this happens every year. It's the Mothman Festival that week.
Oh.
That happens every time for the September tournament.
You gotta go put a quarter in his butt crack.
Yep, I gotta go put a quarter in his butt crack. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I am from West Virginia, and it is my God-given right to attend the Mothman Festival. So, I will be going there. All right, but I hope that everyone else attends. It's not a very big tournament, and it's not like an official tournament in any way. It's just our local game tournament, but they're fun. Everyone should try and attend, because we are good opponents. I guess not me. I won't be there, but Brad is. All right. After that roaring endorsement, on the 27th is the tournament at Fabricators Forge in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is an Appalachian Cup qualifier. This is an LVO qualifier. The winner will receive an invitation to the LVO, and this will be a big tournament. There should be quite a few people attending, and I will be going to this one. So everyone out there, go to the Pittsburgh one. Go to Fabricators Forge on the 27th of September. Okay, those are the upcoming tournaments that I know about. Let's move right along to games that we've played recently. Hey, Brad, do you have any games that you've played recently that you want to talk about?
I did play two games on Thursday. The first one against Memphis, because we were the first two to arrive, and I played Cyclops with Blackagar Boltagon, the King version, and this was a squeaker of a game. It was really close. We were tied at 16 after 4 rounds, and then I killed the rest of his list.
Okay.
And
you were tied,
him off the table.
and you just tabled him.
I just tabled him. And I told him before I did it, I was like, this is not the decision I would make in a tournament with Margin of Victory. Because I could have... it was Mayor Fisk and Cubes. So I could have scored 8 or 9 points that turn. Because after I killed... He had 2 models left. After I killed the first one, he could not out-contest me on the Mayor Fisks that were on top of each other. We moved them together.
Okay.
I could have scored a bunch of points, but I was like, this is the more fun thing. And I rolled some dice and killed him.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about a game, Fred? And then we'll get back to me.
I played a game. Yeah, I think we both have 2 games. I played a game against Borka,
on the next table over, and I was playing Wakanda, and I was playing King Black Bolt. We were playing not King Black Bolt. That's wrong. King T'Challa, and we were playing at 18 threat. Borka was playing. Oh God, what is Shadowlands Daredevil? I could not think of that name. He was playing Shadowlands Daredevil Criminal Syndicate with Loki, and with 5-threat Loki, and with Mephisto. It's like
He put a gem on Loki.
No, he did. It's the Loki 2. The I forget what I think he's Prince of Lies. Loki, Prince of Lies. And let me tell you, I thought I was going to be okay in this game. I thought things were going to go all right. They do not go all right for me. He at one point uses all according to plan to steal priority, and Mephisto then proceeds to KO 3 models in one activation, because he used his ability to make a deal with somebody and place himself within one, or within a distance, I forget the distance, and then he lined up a perfect beam and beamed like 3 people, and the beam was absolutely devastating, and KO'd 3 models. And I was already behind at this point, and I was gonna get to activate like M'Baku, who was way out of position, and one other model, and that was it. And I was getting no other activations for the rest of the game. So we decided to scoop at that point, because there was no game left. I was not going to win. There was 0% chance that I could pull anything out. So Mephisto, pretty good with Shadowlands Daredevil, apparently. I did not realize this. And with Loki to help line everything up. Oh my gosh, it was devastating. Okay, that was my game. Brad, why don't you talk about your second game?
I did forget to say that Memphis played Midnight Suns against me. And my second game was against Borka, and he played Shadowlands Daredevil with Mephisto and Loki, Prince of Lies. He dazed Blackagar turn 2, but never KO'd him. Instead, Colossus took all the hits for him after that and ends up off the table very early in the game. I think turn 4. Let's see what else happened. I got Loki down to 1 point on his front side and never dazed him, because that's how badly this game went. I was playing Jean Grey, because I hear that she's much better. Like, the game has changed around her and she's much better. I don't think that's true locally.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Well, there was a point where Jean got to make 2 spenders in 1 turn in this game. I think I did 2 or 3 damage. It was ridiculous.
Oh my God.
So underwhelming. So I've been playing Cyclops and King Black Bolt for a while. This is game 5. I lose this game. I kept the points close until the end, but I do lose this game. I think that this tech that this list is built around is solving a problem that our local meta doesn't have, except Fred. Fred's doing this.
Yeah.
I think that this is one of those things where, like, just our local meta is a little bit different. We're not really pushing people off of points, which this list very much solves that problem. We're killing each other, and this list is really good at getting back on the points. Now, I have discovered this list is also really good at pushing people off of points, and that is where I've been doing okay with this list. It's still been squeakers. When I've won, I've barely won. When I've lost, it's been fairly close. So, like, half of the tech of this list, unneeded. And
Okay.
I love Colossus even more. Colossus is the MVP of, like, every game. He's so
I mean,
great.
they fixed Colossus who wasn't broken.
He is so much better now. That push on his attack on a wild, so good.
Uh-huh.
I love it.
He's really quite good now.
I also love Cyclops. He is so great.
Yeah, I'll take your word on that
I
one.
like Blackagar.
That's a shock. That's a shock coming from you. That should tell you how he is in the game. Everyone out there, that Brad will suffer playing this genocidal man. I guess he's not the genocider.
No, he's not at all. If the tech was play Medusa with X-Men, I just wouldn't have tried it. But it's Black Bolt. His kit is really good. Like his beam, the fact that he can add extra dice to it. He has a hit and run. His spinder's great if you can roll wild, which doesn't happen as much. And that beam has a push on it. Like, it's really good.
And just so everyone out there knows, the whole point of this tech is so that it's easier to feed power to Black Bolts, right?
Well, that's
what
part of it.
Cyclops' leadership.
Yeah, that's part of it. It's really a big piece of the tech is both Cyclops and King Black Bolt have a thing where they can move friendly models. So if your people get pushed off a point or you need to reposition or anything, they can do that. And they also have hit and run, so they put themselves back on the point.
Right.
Or get in a better position or whatever. So, like, it is a bunch of movement jank, and it's been pretty fun.
Okay. My second round, I played against Memphis. Memphis went to Avengers. He was playing Steve 3, I should say, and he played Ultron, Iron Fist, and Carol Danvers, 5-threat Captain Marvel. I played Wakanda with King T'Challa. I don't remember everything I brought. So this game came down to a couple of things. This was a very close game. In fact, if in the last round, if anything had gone a little bit differently, I could have won this game very easily. But the way things shook out, Memphis takes home the win on this game. The biggest thing that happened is King T'Challa whiffed on taking out Iron Fist, and then Iron Fist the next turn was able to Iron Fist him, and I didn't get to activate King T'Challa that round. That was devastating, like quite bad, and I don't think that I was able to recover, because that's the kind of thing that my centerpiece model doesn't get to activate during a round. Just put me on far too much of a back foot. There was no coming back from that. So, King T'Challa has some dice fixing, and there's some dice fixing from my leadership, and none of that was enough to actually finish the job against Iron Fist. And it's like a 5-threat model versus a 3-threat model, so that's just unfortunate. Oh well. Next time. Oh well. But I lose this game, and Memphis is getting a lot better. Like, Memphis, he didn't make any
glaring mistakes in this game. He played very well. So he will be a threat to us in the future.
He has leveled up very quickly.
He has indeed.
He went from being it's funny if he's listening to this. He went from a pushover to a real threat pretty quick.
Indeed he did. I mean, that's what, like, changing affiliations can give you a perspective on the way the game actually plays that can really just increase your gameplay by a substantial margin. All right, those were the games that Steven, do you have any games that you want to talk about, or were there none?
Well, there's a preview to the game that I'm about to play in a couple of hours. So, I told my nephew that we are going to play at 17th Threat to the introductory game, of course. And so I said, "Who's your favorite character?" And he's like, "Iron Man." I'm like, "Okay, well, I got something for you." So we're going to have we're doing 17th Threat, and he's going to be playing Hulkbuster because he also likes Deadpool, and we're going to add Sam Wilson, and we're going to add Cable to that mix because he knows all those characters. So
Okay.
So I'm going to take a list that's not optimized, obviously. So
Yeah, and you're gonna let him win, right? Or do your best to let him win?
I will guide him through the nuances of how to navigate Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Okay.
I probably will take a goofy Hydra list, so I'll probably put Arnim Zola out there so we can beat somebody up,
Okay.
But then again, at the same time, I might throw like Abomination in there, just to have something a little bit more difficult for him to chew on. So.
All right. Alrighty. Well, those were the games that we have played or are about to play. This week, we don't have a big centerpiece for this show, so let's go and do a recalibration matrix on someone we haven't done one on yet that desperately needs one, that person being Thor, Hero of Midgard, after his errata. All right, so those of you who don't know, Thor, Hero of Midgard, caught an errata because he was basically in every single roster. He was probably a little too good. He's the 6th threat version of Thor, and he was a real terror to be against on the battlefield. There were 3 changes on his card. The first change is his builder went from range 3 to range 2. That's a huge change. I mean, that is a tremendous shift. That makes his threat values so much less. It also went from 7 dice to 6 dice. We've already neutered this boy. This guy's a 6 threat model. He I don't know. I feel like that was maybe a little bit too much. And then on top of both of those changes, his self-throw, have at thee, went from a cost of 3 to a cost of 4. So he's even harder to get up the field or to throw into people. I would like to hear the opinions of Brad and Steven on this. Steven, what is your opinion on this errata that they did to 6th threat Thor?
One, something was needed, but I think people, I still think he's good. Let me get that out of the way. I mean, you got to go through 17 health. I mean, that's not an easy task. Secondly, I believe going from 7 to 6 dice on that hammer hit, his strike, I believe that's the correct call, because unlike some other people, like, I don't know, Dracula, he can throw terrain. So he has another way to do damage, and he also has the trap house going along with it, which rolls 7 dice. So he didn't need 7 dice builders. He really didn't. I mean, he was just. I mean, I've played against this monster when he was not nerfed, and Brothers in Arms and Beta Ray Bill were still around, and it just wasn't fun, So I believe they've done the correct thing. Time will tell whether that correct thing was too much or too little.
I agree with you that he definitely needed touch. Like, he was overpowered, and it was warping the meta. He was overpowered in a way that warped the meta because he was in every roster. Like, not every single one.
He was a Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Exactly. He was a Cosmic Ghost Rider. I feel like they made 3 changes when they probably could have made do with 2. All right, Brad, what's your opinion here on Thor: Hero of Midgard?
My first opinion is that I can tell how often Fred works with Borka, because he's just parodying what Borka says.
We
about
have
this
certainly
character.
talked about this.
Borka often has said that they made 1 too many changes, and I think he's right. I think something. Now, the change that they had to make, I think, was the threat range.
I agree.
I think the dice could have been okay with the shorter threat range. So I think really the dice or the have at thee could have been left alone. He would have been fine. I recently played against Thor: Hero of Midgard with my Apocalypse list, and Thor was holding his own against Apocalypse, another sixth threat. So now Apocalypse eventually won that fight, but it was.
I mean, the winning it. We're not looking for parity of 6 threats. Like, they play different roles.
Yes.
Apocalypse probably should win that fight. And I'm not looking for like complete balance at all points of this game, but I want there to be a place for each. I want there to be a place for this model in the meta, and not be completely wiped out.
It used to be that Thor won that fight easily, no problem.
Yes.
Now
yes,
it's a lot more even. And one-on-one, Apocalypse is a little bit better. But a lot of people have said Apocalypse is the best thing in the game right now. Not the model, but the affiliation. So it seems like if he's, holding his own against the 6th threat in that list, that maybe he's still okay. That he's still... This happens with every model that gets a nerf like this. Unless they don't nerf them far enough. And they're still like way above everyone else.
Like Malekith and like Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Right. When they got nerfed the first time, and they're trying to avoid doing that again.
Right.
People will just stop playing that model for a while, and then later they might realize that they're better than their original gut reaction. So you know who's seeing a big resurgence in play right now? Fred, do you know?
Is it Malekith?
No. Although a little bit. Dr. Voodoo.
Oh yeah. Dr. Voodoo was not over nerfed. I forwarded that he was into the correct.
That's kind of my point. Like, people stopped playing Voodoo after the nerf for a while, and now he's seen play again. And we might see the same thing with Thor. Like, so I still think they could have got away with one less change, but he might be fine. He might be perfectly fine now.
So my response, I see the point that you were making, and I feel like the resurgence of Dr. Voodoo, I think Dr. Voodoo was not over nerfed, and Thor was. And part of the reason why Thor was over nerfed is that there exists a 5-threat Thor, and the 5-threat Thor I think is better than the 6-threat Thor. And, like, without question. 5-threat Thor has access to a much longer range attack at cost 1. He has an area attack for a spender. He has essentially a better builder. His builder is a range 3 6-threat 6 dice attack, so his builder is better.
Negative.
Oh, what
It is
what
range
is
2.
It's range 2. Okay, so it's the exact same. It's the exact same as the new iteration of Thor. I would rather have 5-threat Thor in, I think, every single situation. Like, I mean, maybe if you needed the 6-threat to make the points work for your roster, but I think that 5-threat Thor just is a better value than 6-threat Thor.
But to rebut your argument is the fact that nobody's either taking that 5-threat Thor or the 6-threat Thor because Lady Jane exists.
Yeah, you're correct. Like, everyone, I don't disagree, but that's the Lady Jane is a different part of the meta.
There's a fallacy to your argument. Then is the fact that you don't see either Thor.
I don't agree. Because you do see the other Thor. You do see 5-threat Thor. Like, people play 5-threat Thor as a leader. He will be a leader sometimes. And in Asgard, you will play 5-threat Thor in games. I don't know if even Asgard takes a 6-threat Thor. Like, okay, I'm coming down hard on the I feel like they over nerfed him. That's kind of where I'm coming at it. I could be. I am regularly wrong about stuff in this game. I own that. I think they overreacted because he was an enormous problem. Like, he was a meta warping problem, and they changed him too much. And to Brad's point, they were trying not to do like multiple changes like they had to do with Malekith. And I fully understand that. They just made it so that very few people will ever play him. So
well, I think he'll come back in. It's just like Brad said, it's going to take time. Now, back to your Dr. Voodoo comment, I think Dr. Voodoo was more toxic than 6-threat Thor. That's why he got nerfed the way he did.
I think I agree. He was in. I was saying that 6-threat Thor was in every roster. He wasn't, and Dr. Voodoo was definitely in more rosters than 6-threat Thor was. No question.
Well, Voodoo was toxic for the fact that he stopped you from playing both sides of the game, both the extract and the secure.
Yes. I mean, the changes they made to Dr. Voodoo needed to happen also. I'm not debating whether these models needed to be changed. They definitely did. I think both of them did. And Dr. Voodoo's change, I think, was correct. Like, I feel like the changes to Dr. Voodoo made him still playable and still useful on the table, and much less of a problem for the community.
So,
okay, we've gone down some rabbit holes here. We are here to recalibrate this guy. That is to give our opinions on the new version of him, the errated version, and to give a new letter grade to him. Are there any other points, any other things that the two of you would like to say before we move to the letter grading part? Is there anything you'd like to add, Brad?
Yes, there is actually.
Okay.
So I think one of the things that you and Borka have going in your favor for an argument that he was nerfed too much is that at the same time he was nerfed, they removed Brothers in Arms from the game, without Brothers in Arms, he's not as much of a problem, even if he had the
You're
same
correct.
rules. Yeah,
It's
so
like a fourth nerf.
it is
Yeah.
it is like a fourth nerf. So that meant that they didn't have to go quite as hard as they did, probably. Like, only time will tell, and he may end up receiving a buff eventually. I mean, we'll probably get an errata either the end of this year or early next year, and this is not a model that they said that they were going to focus on, but they may see a year without him and go, well, maybe we give him something back. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
We don't
It
know.
is less imperative to buff things that are bad than it is to nerf things that are too good.
Yeah.
Because buffing a bad thing does not. The bad thing isn't warping the meta, while the too good thing does.
Yeah.
So in a way, nerfs are more important to the health of a game.
Actually, oh, I was going to say, actually, I will argue to the opposite, that things that need a little bit of help might warp the meta, because those certain things might be a counter to the things that are too good that are warping the meta.
Yeah, could be.
Okay. Okay.
Could be. The thing with the upcoming buff and the buff errata and the last errata is they are mostly looking at buffing characters. I mean, that is specifically what they are doing with those characters they are reboxing, so that they will be played. So they
Like
are
Magneto.
looking to buff characters. Well,
Yeah.
maybe Magneto. We'll see.
Maybe. We'll see. Steven, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. We need to give a letter grade to the new version of Thor. I've sounded really down about him. He is still really good. Like, he's still a 6-threat model, and he still beats ass. He still has the interesting slapback that he rolls 7 dice and they take damage on crits and wilds. That's really good. That's a good slapback. And then he has a self throw and a terrain throw, so you can eat through a brace for impact and then impact them again. Very good. All of this is good. I want to give him a B-. Like, I feel like that's maybe too low. He still probably is. I feel like I've been spending this whole segment saying about how much he sucks now, and then I'm like, he's still really good. I'm gonna give him a B. I'm gonna not B-, a B. So that's where I'm at. Brad, what do you think about 6-threat Thor?
It is crazy how down on him you've been to give him the exact same grade I was gonna give him. Say that he's still fine.
He's still fine.
B.
Yeah, I just. Yep. Steven, how about you?
I'm actually going to step up and give him a B+, just for the fact that if he's got the power, he has so many sources of damage that he can put out. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. He definitely still can be a very damaging model. There's no
if you
question
want
about that.
somebody to beat face, this is one of the models you might look at.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, that is our recalibration on Thor, Hero of Midgard. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, is there anything else that we need to discuss before we cover the person we are here to cover today? I don't think that there is, so let's hop right into talking about Rocket Racoon, otherwise known as Rocket Racoon. His defensive stats are 2, 2, and 3. He has 3 health on both sides of his card. He is a threat value of 2. He is a size 1. I think he may be the only size 1 model in the game. He is a movement speed of medium. For now, yes. Movement speed of medium. Oh, maybe like shrunk Ant-Man? I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Ant-Man and
little
Wasp.
Ant-Man. little Ant-Man and
yeah,
Wasp are
yeah.
size 1.
Right.
And I think Spider-Ham's going to be size 1. Because we have like
that is
the
also
front
very
of
possible.
his card.
I don't remember. But and his movement speed is medium. He is affiliated with only the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he is on a small base. Okay, Brad, why don't you cover his attacks?
Okay, his first energy attack is Plasma Rifle. It's range 5, 5 dice, cost 0, gain power equal to damage dealt. His next attack is Energy Hadron Enforcer, range 5, 7 dice, cost 4, has Wild Vortex before damage is dealt. Other enemy characters within range 2 of the target character suffer 1 damage and are pushed towards this target character short.
Okay, Steven, can you finish out the card?
Sure. We have a reactive superpower. It is called Booby Traps. It will cost you 3 power. When an enemy character ends a movement within 3 of this character may use this superpower. Roll 4 dice. The enemy character suffers 1 damage for each crit and wild result rolled. Also, reactive personal bodyguard costs 0 power. When this character is the target of attack and an allied group is within 2 of this character may use the superpower. The allied group becomes the target of the attack, regardless of range or line of sight. He has an innate called Nimble. This character does not suffer damage from collisions. And also another innate called Small Stature. This character always benefits from cover.
Okay, so that's Rocket Raccoon. We will talk about some tactics cards also that are huge. First thoughts first. Holy crap, this guy's a good 2. Like, he's amazing. This guy is a great 2-threat model. Brad, what are your thoughts here on Rocket Raccoon?
Rocket is good, but there's a big difference in power level between when Groot's on the table and not. Like, if you just take Rocket, he's a pretty good 2. You take Groot, he is invincible and will punish your entire team for doing anything.
I think that it should be stated that I have said that this is a 2-threat model. This is a 5-threat model, and because
it's
you
half
bring
of
him
a
with
5-threat model.
he's half of a 5-threat model.
Yeah.
We have to talk some about Groot during this conversation because I can't think of another 2 models that are as integral to each other as this guy and Groot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's another iteration like this in the game where they are maybe Proxima and Corvus Glaive, but plenty of people take Corvus Glaive without Proxima.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone takes Rocket without Groot or the other way around unless there's a specific reason. Like
Sin and
if you're
Crossbones?
no one takes Sin. No one takes either one.
I'm just saying, there are some team-ups.
Right.
X-23 and Honey Badger.
No,
Yes,
no one takes Honey Badger at all. Ever.
Yeah, and X-23 is perfectly self-sufficient.
Yeah.
You
just forget that other rule's even on our card, and it's fine.
Rocket Raccoon with Groot is like peanut butter and jelly, because Rocket Raccoon is all offense. I mean, he also has some great defense. He's always has cover, and he does not suffer collisions. Like,
and your attacks aren't even going to hit him anyway.
Right, because they just go into Groot. Yeah, that is the thing, is that your attacks against Rocket Raccoon will, unless you do some positioning shenanigans, go into Groot instead. Because there's no reason why, unless you
can't even throw Groot at him, which used to be the tech before Rocket got the buff of not taking collisions.
Right. What's her name? Lady Mastermind can attack Rocket because he can't do reactive superpowers.
That's true,
right.
And so can Emma and
Mystique.
They can all attack Rocket.
That's the secret.
3 models in the game can attack Rocket. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so I've been dominating this conversation. I apologize. Steven, what are your thoughts here on Rocket Raccoon?
He's a glass cannon, very much so. He hates to see shield throws, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He hates to
Wait.
see bullseye.
A shield. If a person shield throws into Groot and then moves it on to Rocket Raccoon, can
Yes.
Groot just take it again? I think he can.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of his survivability when Groot is not around is depending on him not always having cover.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
If Groot's not there, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there are things he doesn't like. Also, there are people he really doesn't like because if you take somebody who, I don't know, Omega Red, who can pull people like Groot, or if you take somebody like MODOK, who can just walk somebody away, that leaves Rocket exposed. There are ways around him, and once he's exposed, he goes down like a sack of potatoes.
I mean, you're correct. He only has 3 health on both sides of his card, and the only defensive tech he has aside from his shove attacks off to Groot is that he always has cover. And there's ways around that. Like a bullseye just ignores cover at all times, and so do shield throws. So, yeah, I mean, he is fragile. There's no doubt about that. But he has the best defensive tech in the game in the form of a 3-threat model who can heal himself, called Groot.
Yeah,
You're correct. I mean, I don't disagree with you. You're right. We've also been focusing a lot on the defensive tech, the defensive side of Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is a 2-threat model with a range 5 dice builder, and then a range 5 7 dice spender for only 4 power that also hurts people around the target if you get a wild. Those are great attacks. Those are great. They're both energy too, which is a great thing to be shooting. Like, energy defense is pretty low across the board. Like, I think that it's the case that energy defense is the lowest on average across the entirety of the game.
If you count special tech, energy is the one you want most of the time. Yeah.
I mean, his attacks are fantastic. These are 2 great attacks. He can lock down a side on his own. Like, I mean, not on his own. He'll have Groot with him, but just you can shoot people at range 5, no problem, and they will die. I think he is a great little 2-threat model. Yeah. Is there anything the 2 of you want to add before we move into the tactics cards? Because his tactics cards are also crazy.
I was just going to say that talking about his offense, we can't really get the full picture till we talk about one of the tactics cards.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about Deadly Duo. This is an unaffiliated active tactics card. During Rocket Raccoon's activation, if he is within range 2 of an allied Groot, both characters may spend 2 power. May spend 2 power each to play this card. Rocket Raccoon may immediately perform up to 3 plasma rifle attacks. Each attack must target a different enemy character. So, this is a card that lets you make 3 attacks, and this card does not cost an action. That's insane, and it costs 2. It costs a grand total of 4 power, 2 from Rocket and 2 from Groot. That is very easy to get. I mean, if you are even able to shoot at people, you will probably have 2 power. Like, and you can do this round 2, no problem. It is not a guarantee, but it's almost guaranteed that you can do this round 2. I mean, this card is bonkers. What do the 2 of you think about this? What do you think about this, Steven? About Deadly Duo?
Well, that means you don't want him on a flank. You want to center him in the middle of the board to use this, because it has to target separate people.
That's true. You have to have 3 targets within range 5. But it's pretty easy to do that. Range 5 is pretty far.
But also, if like the spiders come with a lot of stealth people, you won't be using this card because
That's true.
It's kind of hard to get everything set up that way.
Stealth is a good solution to the problem of Rocket Raccoon. That is absolutely true. I mean, we're talking about the ways in which this card is not amazing. I mean, I'm going to talk of how great it is. How many times have you played against Rocket Raccoon and he has fired 5 attacks in one activation? I mean,
It's
been multiple. Yeah, it's all the time, and that can shut down your team. And you know, these 3 attacks only have to be against different targets for this card. You can then shoot one of those targets 2 more times if you did this before you took your 2 shots, or you can shoot one once and another one once. Like, it's bananas. This may be one of the best cards in the game, and
It's a great way to power up for your Hadron Enforcer.
Oh yeah. Imagine you do this card, you shoot 3 targets, and then you shoot 2 Hadron Enforcers because you got 8 power over the process.
I don't think it was the last time I played against Rocket, but it may have been like the time before. It wasn't that long ago. I had a couple models at like low health, like 1 or 2, and then like a 3-pointer that had like 5 health. And Rocket started with Deadly Duo, dazed the 2 models that were low on health and put some damage into the other one, and then finished that one off and dazed 3 of my models. First activation on like turn 3.
Yeah.
It was early in the game.
Rocket Raccoon is so very good. Yeah. I mean, okay. I have been gushing about how good I think this model is. Are there any other cards that we should talk about before we move on to letter grades?
I don't think he has it.
I mean, he doesn't have any others, but Guardians of the Galaxy have a ton of good cards. Like if Rocket gets dazed, he can become a big dumb hero, and that means that all of his dice go up by 1. So his builder becomes a 6 dice range 5 attack, and that takes a great attack into the stratosphere. Like, I mean, it's absurd how much damage he can do if he is a big dumb hero. Okay, I think I've talked enough about this. Is there anything that you'd like to add, Steven?
No, not at all.
Okay. I think we need to give a letter grade to Rocket Raccoon. I mean, I tend to give 2s very high scores because they tend to hit above their pay grade, and this is a particularly big version of that. How is this not an S? I'm giving him an S. Rocket Raccoon's an S on the table. That's going to be my grade. Brad, how about you? What are you going to give to him?
I mean, I don't think he's quite an S, but A+. He's real good. That's with
Steve,
Groot. Oh. That's with Groot. Without Groot, without Groot, he's like a B-. But with Groot, like A+.
I agree. I'm glad you said that. I needed to clarify. If he has Groot with him, he is an S tier for me. Without him, I don't know why you'd bring him without. I just don't understand why you would have him on the table without Groot. Steven, what would you like to give to Rocket Raccoon?
B+. Just grading him off of without being with Groot. So.
Okay, you grading him. I am usually the one who harps about we're grading these people objectively, not. But this is a case where I feel like if you have Rocket in your roster, you're playing Groot too. There's just no reason not. This
and-
is not a 2-threat model.
And
This
good
is
news
half
for
5-threat
listeners, unless we get new cards next week, we're talking about Groot next week.
model. Oh man, how weird would it be if we do get new cards and we don't talk about Groot for like a month and a half?
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, those are our takes on Rocket Raccoon. Brad, do you have any comic book recommendations that feature Rocket here?
Not only do I have comics featuring Rocket, Groot's not in them. These are Rocket solo series. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's been 3 of them, and I'm recommending 2 of them because I like them both. So the first one is Rocket Raccoon from 1985. Technically, he has an appearance before this in like a little short story, but very shortly after that, he gets a solo series. This is by Bill Mantlo and Mike Mignola. Fred, do you know who Mike Mignola is? I've definitely asked you this question before.
Oh no.
He's very famous for a different character.
No, I don't know who
They
Mike
have
Mignola is.
made at least 4 live-action movies of his most famous creation.
Oh, really?
Yes. It is not a Marvel character.
Oh, okay. Then I've got no idea.
Steven,
Tell
I'll
me.
throw it to you. Do you know who it is?
I am blanking out, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's fine.
So.
It's Hellboy.
Oh, okay.
Mike Mignola
Okay.
created Hellboy and has written and drawn a bunch of his at least early appearances. Okay. Rocket and his other animal friends, as you saw in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie, are genetically modified, and they are there to take care of the insane inmates on this place called Half-World. And that's what the series is about, is them taking care of the crazy people on a planet. That is how Rocket Raccoon starts.
Yeah.
Eventually, they create the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's on it. And then much later after that is Rocket from 2017. This is Al Ewing and Adam Gorham. And this is a noir heist story in space with anthropomorphic animals. If that doesn't sell you on the series, I don't know what will. It's so good. They do a robbery. There's
So it's just a bunch of random animals doing a robbery.
kind of. It is so like that classic heist thing where like a sexy lady comes and gets our protagonist and like gets him involved in the shady shit, but that sexy lady is an otter. In addition to all that, this series features a team called TechNet, led by Gatecrasher. And you should read this comic because Gatecrasher and TechNet are a group of weirdos that we need in this game ASAP. Like, I would play the heck out of TechNet affiliation. They are awesome.
What would the affiliation? Would it be Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nope.
TechNet?
Nope.
What would?
It'd have to just be TechNet. The only other
Okay.
thing that they could do is if Excalibur was in the game, they could maybe kind of make it an Excalibur thing, but it's not really. They just lived with them for a while. TechNet's great. Actually, Fred, you'll appreciate this. There's a future version of TechNet that showed up first in the comics called the Special Executive. And the first place that the Special Executive showed up was in Doctor Who comics. So
Oh.
Marvel UK had the license for Doctor Who comics, and Alan Moore, the guy who created Watchmen and V for Vendetta, he created the special executive in Doctor Who, and then when he started writing Captain Britain comics for Marvel UK, he brought the special executive over, and then Alan Moore left Marvel and said, you can't use my characters, because he always does that. But the co-creator of some of those characters took those characters, created some new ones to make TechNet with a different leader, Gatecrasher, and said that that was the past version of the special executive, which is fun.
Okay.
So they know that they're destined to eventually turn into the special executive with a different leader.
Okay.
But yeah, they are a bunch of weirdos. Like, there's this character named Body Bag. Body Bag does not speak, does not do anything. Body Bag just picks you up and throws you into the sack on its back, and you're stuck in a body bag thing. That's it.
How weird.
There's a character named China Doll, and China Doll has the power that when she touches you, you shrink and you can't move, so you're a little doll. They are the best.
Weird. Okay.
They are
weird.
super weird, but that's what makes them great.
Yeah. Okay. They're gonna be too busy remaking everybody before they make this team.
They should not
I'm
do
worried.
that. They should.
I agree.
They should not make another Steve Rogers. They should make Gatecrasher instead.
I think that where they should focus, they should not abandon some of the weirdest stuff in Marvel. Like, lean into the weird is what I want them to do.
One of the first models they put out was MODOK, so they do know about some
true.
of the weird stuff.
Yeah,
but
true.
they can
Okay.
get weirder. They can
Yeah.
absolutely get weirder.
I have no doubt. Okay, is that it? Are those the only comic book recommendations you have?
Yeah, I just had the two.
Okay. The only thing that's left is my non sequitur recommendation. So, Rocket Racoon was played by Bradley Cooper, or voiced by Bradley Cooper in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Bradley Cooper's in a lot of stuff. Like, I love. He's in a lot of really good older comedies. He's in Silver Linings Playbook. He's in A Star Is Born, which I am a huge fan of. But I'm gonna suggest that people watch American Sniper. I loved this movie when it came out. Oh my god, it came out in 2014. I did not realize it was more than 10 years old. But this is a great. I've been on a war movie kick, I'm realizing. This is a story of a sniper in the Iraq War and how the actions that he takes impact him and impact how he sees himself. It's really a great movie. Highly recommend.
Fred.
And yes?
Sorry to interrupt you. I thought you were done. Do you know who played Rocket Racoon on set? Because as you mentioned, Bradley Cooper does his voice. He was not on set. He recorded it later.
Is it Andy Serkis?
No, it is not Andy Serkis.
Okay, so that's my go-to guess when someone's doing mocap.
It is somehow even more obvious.
Really?
Yeah, it's Sean Gunn. Tim Gunn's brother.
Oh, it's okay.
Because of course that's who he had do it.
Yeah, that's of course it is.
So quick fire. Here we go. This is non sequitur. What's your favorite Sean Gunn role? Go.
Oh, I don't. Hold on. What? I wasn't able to prepare for this. Hang on. Hang on. Let me look it up. How about you? Why don't you do it first?
Well, he was great as Weasel in the Suicide Squad. He's good there.
Wasn't he as Weasel? What? Really? He was Weasel?
Yeah, he was Weasel. I mean, obviously
Okay.
Weasel was CGI'd, but he played.
Yeah.
He did the voice
He was-
and he was the motion capture. So, and I think he I think he did the voice again in Creature Commandos.
Okay. I've never seen Creature Commandos.
It's great. It's so good. There's a character I know you're gonna love. GI Robot. You're gonna love him, Fred. My wife's favorite Sean Gunn role is Gilmore Girls.
I'll be honest. That is a show I've never watched. Gilmore Girls, and so many people love that show. It makes me want to go back and watch it.
It's fine for what it is.
Okay. I don't have an answer. I'm sorry.
It's fine, Fred.
A classic. He is a classic that guy. You know, you see him in movies and you're like, "Hey, it's that guy." And you don't know what movie like you don't know his name,
Yeah.
but he does like a yeoman's work in so many movies.
He's in the new season of Peacemaker, and he plays Maxwell Lord. You know, the guy Pedro Pascal played in that Wonder Woman movie no one saw?
I didn't see that Wonder Woman movie.
I know you did, Fred. Nobody did. I saw it. It was not great.
It was very not good. Yes.
Yeah, that's been how I understood it. Okay, well, that's it for our show today. Thank you everyone out there for joining us, and thank you to Brad and Steven for being on the show. I hope that everyone out there has a good couple of games of Marvel Crisis Protocol and has a wonderful rest of the week. Goodbye.